Hello and welcome to Half Grown with Benita D. I'm your host, Benita de Guadalupe, and today I'm here alone for Disability Pride Month. We're going to be talking about being young and disabled, and I have a whole list of questions that I'm going to answer by myself today. So, starting off with, what is your condition? And my conditions are I have EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, also have postural orthostatic tachycardia, POTS, and mast cell activation syndrome, MCAS. Next question is, when did your symptoms begin, and which ones do you deal with the most today? The ones I deal with the most today are probably my joint pain, for sure. I have a lot of joint pain in just about every joint, and it's just like very deep, aching bone pain. And then I still have some subluxations a lot, and that's pretty much where it slips out of place and back in really fast. So it's not a full dislocation, but it's still like a partial dislocation, very painful, and I have those pretty often. And then my POTS acts up and causes my heart rate to spike all the time, and then I'll get really, really dizzy and I'll almost pass out or I will pass out. My issues did start when I was about 12, and that's when I had my first dislocation. I remember it was my knee and it hurt really freaking bad. And then the other knee ended up dislocating a couple months later, and I was still having to do a lot of like physical labor and stuff because it was when I was living with my mom. So I was still active on my knees throughout the entire healing process. So they didn't heal properly either, and it just caused more issues and more pain. So I guess I've been dealing with it since I was 12, and it's gotten a lot better, but I went through some really rough patches, like probably like a year ago. It was really, really bad. And I'm just kind of getting back up and trying to recover from all of the horrible health issues over the past like 3 years. It's been a lot. But I am starting to get my stuff together a little bit, so at least there's that. I'm gonna look at it in a positive way, guys. Very positive. My next question is, were you able to get help at a young age, or was your diagnosis delayed? So I got diagnosed at 18, and that was actually a pretty early diagnosis for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome because a lot of people don't get diagnosed until they're like 25 or older, because it's so hard to get diagnosed. And that's the big struggle is that even if we know, like, I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, it's really obvious. I match all the stuff, I like all the criteria, everything. Like, it's so clear I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. You still got to find a doctor that is going to agree with you. And that's hard. So it took me until I was 18, and I was looking for like help since I was 13. So it was so many years of going through the doctors and everything and just being told, you have like joint pain from arthritis, you have joint pain from this. And it's like, then they test me and it comes back negative, and it's like, okay, so what do I have? And they just don't know. They never knew until I went to the well, let me go back. My next question is, did you ever feel like doctors didn't take you seriously or believe you, right? And that's what I was just talking about. So I was just not really believed by a lot of doctors, and I didn't get help until I went to the ER. And I went to the ER. It wasn't my first time going to the ER, but this time there's a specific doctor working there, and she talked to me and she told me, hey, I really think you might have EDS. I really think you should talk to your doctor about it and get checked. And they gave me pain meds for the day or whatever. And then I went and I talked to my doctor, and then I did my own research on the EDS, and that's when I realized, like, wow, I really do think I have this. So that doctor is the reason I'm diagnosed today, because she was so, like, she actually sat there and listened and understood, and she was like, you know what? This sounds a lot like EDS. I really think you should look into it. I owe so much to that doctor. She seriously, like, saved me so much pain because she's the reason I went and searched out an EDS specialist, and then I got diagnosed from that EDS specialist after things went wrong with my doctor, and he just didn't believe me. Big whoop. But, it happens. But my next question is, did you need accommodations in school or work? If so, what were they? And I did have accommodations back when I was in high school. I had I had the accommodation that I could leave class a little bit early so I could get to the next class because it took me a long time to walk around, you know? And then also I had like this one specific note that counted as a doctor note for any flare day. So if I was having a flare day, I would just have to email and be like, I'm having a flare day today. I'm going to be home and I'll do my work from home. And then they'd be like, okay, we got the note that, you already gave. So we're good. And then I'd just stay home. And, it wasn't like great or anything because I was still in pain and I did my online work, but it was so much better than having to go and be in person because on days when I'm like having that much pain, going out and doing stuff like that feels impossible. It does not feel like I can do it. And I still have those days at work, but luckily I have some accommodations at work as well. I can sit down, and that's the biggest thing. I can sit down whenever I need to. They're okay with me going and sitting down and doing my work. Like I'll do headset and then I'll just sit down and do it, and it works. And that's like a really amazing thing because when I worked at a different job for 4 months, the only other job I've ever worked at, that job was not accommodating in the same way. So I really realize the value of accommodations now. And then my next question is, how has your health affected your ability to maintain a job? So it's not really making it hard to keep the job at McDonald's that I have. It's not making it super duper hard. But oh my gosh, it feels like I'm not going to be able to go anywhere else. Like, I don't know where else I can work. I don't know what my body can handle. I don't know like what I can do. So I don't know what other job I can look for. And it's just hard. Like, I couldn't maintain my job when I moved from McDonald's to a different place. That job, it didn't work out. It didn't work out at all because I wasn't able to use my cane when I needed to. I wasn't able to sit down when I needed to. And it was just too much physically on me. There was a lot of cleaning. It was a retail job. There's a lot of cleaning and a lot of like walking around and stuff. And it was too much. And now that I've failed at having a job because of my health, I'm scared to go back out there and try for a new job and then fail at that too because what's going to happen if I fail at my job? I'm going to have no money, I'm going to be homeless, I'm going to like all of this stuff. So it's just scary. And so I've stayed at McDonald's because where else can I go right now, you know? Maybe when I get a car, I'll have more options for sit down jobs. But for now, I just got to stay at McDonald's. So it does limit my options a lot to being disabled. It limits my options so much, and people don't get it. They're just like, go find another job. It's fine. I can't just go find another job if I don't know if they're going to accommodate me. And even if they say they're going to accommodate me, that doesn't mean they really will. That does not mean they really will because they will lie and they will say they'll accommodate you and then they'll make you feel like crap about needing your accommodations. They'll say, oh, we're too busy today. You can't sit down. You got to stay on the clock. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, what about when I can't handle walking? What about when I physically cannot handle working right now? I need to be able to sit down. I guess for now I'll just stay at my current job, which is okay. It's not a bad job. I'm grateful for it. I'm very grateful for it. A lot of people don't like it because there's a lot wrong with it, but I know that they give me something that not a lot of places will. So I'm grateful. And my next question is, have you considered applying for disability benefits? Why or why not? I have, and I haven't applied yet, but I really want to. And I've been fixing my work schedule so I'm making the correct amount of money so I can apply for SSI. And that's kind of what I'm going through right now. I'm trying to make the right amount of money and work the right amount of hours so that I can even apply. And then I'll wait the 6 to 12 months to get denied, probably. Like, hopefully not, but probably denied the first time. And then there's an attorney that's willing to work with me when I go through it again and try to get accepted the second time. So we'll see. But honestly, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. Being disabled is exhausting. Hello. Like, I have to deal with all of this. And it's not just me, it's every single disabled person. We have to deal with so much. We're having to deal with waking up and just not knowing if our body is going to be able to carry us through the end of the day. It's hard. It's really hard. And people do not give us enough credit. They don't. They see us walking without our cane one day and they're like, oh, okay. Then they see us with the cane the next day and they see us as a failure. And it's like, no, this isn't me failing. This is me being able to get up and go outside. This is me using a cane. Sorry, that's off topic, but me using a cane, that's my victory because that's me being able to get up and go. If I didn't have the cane, I'd be sitting down at home. So, that's my mobility. It really is. It's important. I just don't think that I'll have disability for a while. So I have to be prepared to work on my own for probably like 2 years before I can get disability, to be honest. And that's just like, that's 2 years is the shortest amount of time, probably. So it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. But you know what? It's okay. And I'm going to keep working toward it so that in 5 years, I can have that comfort of knowing I have disability. I'm not going to kill myself working. It'll be okay. What helps you maintain your job or responsibilities during a flare up? Honestly, taking it one day at a time. Just one day at a time, one moment at a time. Because when that pain hits, everything just shuts down around me. Like when I start feeling that deep, deep, deep pain, especially the nerve pain, I start shaking, I get tired, I just feel so bad physically. And the only thing I can do is sit down in my chair at work, take my orders, and take it one moment at a time. Because I can't stop working. I can't just go home. Most of the time, even if I'm in that much pain, I can't just go home because I can't leave my team like that when they have nobody to replace me. I'm an important worker, and because of my hours, I work 4 to 12. They don't have a lot of people there till 12 o'clock. So because of that, even if I'm in pain, I feel too guilty to just leave. So I'll stay. So I just take it one moment at a time. I force myself through it. And I just comfort myself knowing when I get home, I'm going to take a hot shower. I'm going to lay in bed and I'm just going to stay there. I'm not going to do anything. Like when I get home, I'm just so exhausted mentally and physically. Like my legs just will be they'll feel almost numb. I don't know how to explain it, but they get swollen and a little bit numb. Not like fully numb, but a little numb. I don't know. My doctor doesn't even understand that part. She doesn't know what's up with my legs. We kind of stopped looking into it. We just forgot about it because it got a little better, so I don't know. But yeah, they'll still be swollen and numb, and I'm just sitting there like, this is my life. But, it is my life. And there's good things too. So I'm trying to make this episode not sad. But the more I talk, the more it's like, man, this is rough. This is real rough. But don't worry. Don't worry. There's more to life than just this. That's the good thing. I don't know, the days when I'm off work and I'm not in a bunch of pain and I get to just spend time with my family or my friends. And it's just so worth it. It's so worth going through all the pain and the horrible stuff just to be able to have those good moments with my family and my friends, or those good moments by myself, even of just writing in my journal and just feeling content, you know? And sometimes it's not doing something super physical like going for a run to make me feel victorious. I'm not going to go for a run. I'm sorry, I'm not. But I do little things that make me really happy. The fact that I got up and put on a cute outfit, that made me happy. And that took effort, and I put in effort. I put in effort even when I don't want to, because that's how you keep yourself happy. I feel like just putting in effort, never giving up, always doing your best. I read a book about always doing your best, and honestly, it was in the Four Agreements. They were talking about always doing your best at everything you do and putting up your best foot forward, and it's really important. And I realize that is important to make you happy, because you're then proud of yourself and you have that feeling of, I did my best. You have that satisfaction of, at least I know I did my best, even if it doesn't work out. So that's what gets me through a flare day, doing my best anyways. Even if it's not super good, doing my best. My next question is, do you feel like other people minimize, belittle, or doubt your condition? The answer to that is definitely yes. A lot of people just, I don't know. I've had so many people tell me I'm faking it. People tell me I'm being dramatic. I'm playing it up to get attention, apparently. Apparently, guys, but whatever. There's people that come up to me and they're like, oh, well, I experience pain too, and I'm not so dramatic about it. And it's like, you don't know what my pain is. You don't know what I'm experiencing. You can say I'm being dramatic about it all you want, but you don't know that because you do not know what my body is going through. You have no idea. You know what I tell you, you know what I post online, you know what I say in my podcast, but you don't know what is going on 24 hours of the day, 7 days a week in my body. You don't. You don't. So it's like, it just makes me mad. But there's always going to be somebody that says you're faking it. There's always going to be somebody that belittles you. There's always going to be somebody that assumes you're just being dramatic. It's whatever. That's just life. There's bad people in this world. There's bad people in this world, and that's just the truth. All you can do is, well, just ignore them, I guess. I was going to say tell them to F off, but maybe just ignore them. That would probably be better. That's what I do, honestly. I just ignore them. I tell them to F off in my head. I don't like being mean to people. All right. My next question is, what is the biggest struggle of having an invisible illness? I think the biggest struggle is that you look fine one day and then the next day you look wrecked and people are just like, what's going on? Like, what? Like, I'll look fine on Tuesday, but then on Wednesday, I'll be using my cane, my 2 knee braces, my back brace, and my wrist brace. And they're like, what happened to you? Did you get in a wreck? No, I just walked too much yesterday, so today I'm dead. I don't know. That's just how it is. And they don't understand that. They don't. And that's fine. And I don't expect them to understand that because it doesn't really make sense. But it's my body and it's what happens. So I think that's the worst part. It's just like, nobody will understand. Nobody truly gets it other than other chronically ill people, which I have been building a little bit of a community, like having a little community around me, and it's really nice to have other chronically ill people to talk to. It's been making me really happy. So it's been making me feel a lot less alone, for real. And my next question is, do you experience medical anxiety? What's that like for you? For me, I experienced a lot of medical anxiety. When we were waiting for my brain MRI to come back, I was freaking out. I was sure they were going to find something insane. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to find out that I'm dying today. Like, today's my last day. This is it. Like, blah, 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 blah. I get so anxious. I get so anxious that, like, everything is just going to go wrong. Like, my body's just going to fully give up. And you know what? They did find something bad in that MRI. They found that I'm, like, more likely to I have a genetic marker for early onset dementia. So I am more likely to have early onset dementia, and now I have to have a MRI like once a year. So that's fun. But I mean, it all worked out, I guess. If I get dementia, I get dementia. There's nothing I can do about it. Sometimes I'll have a little breakdown about it, but it's whatever. It's life. I have my people around me. They said that they'll remind me who I am, so that's all I can do, really. I don't know. Honestly. But I do get medical anxiety for sure. I get so anxious. But I just tell myself it's in God's hands. It really is. If God wants me to go today, then I'm going to go. Bye, y'all. I'm sorry. But if that's what I'm supposed to do, then that's the end of my life. But if I am supposed to live, then I'm going to make it worth something. And I'm going to complete something important. I don't know what, but I don't know. Starting off with this podcast. So it's important to me, at least. But my next question is, what helps you on the days your body feels like it's giving up? And honestly, I'd say the people around me help me so much. Just having a support system. I don't know what I would do without my people. Like, it's just, I know what it's like to not have anyone around you to support you. That's how I grew up. And now that I have it, I never want to let go of it because it is such an amazing thing. And when my body is just giving up, just having someone to sit and watch TV with me or anything, having someone to be able to grab me some food because I can't get up and do it myself, like anything like that, it's so, so, so important and it means so much. It really does. Do you feel like you depend on the people around you? How does that make you feel? I feel like I depend on them sometimes a lot of the time. I do. And then there's times when I'm trying to be more independent and trying to do stuff on my own, but then I flare and then all of a sudden I just need somebody. So yeah, I depend on them a lot. And it's hard. It makes me feel like like I'm less than sometimes because I want to be able to give as much as I take. And sometimes it feels like I'm taking more than I give, and I hate that. And I don't want to. But I just try to give back in other ways that, I might not be able to give you back money or something physical, like, I don't know, going and taking your trash out for you all the time. But I can give you love and support and a shoulder to cry on always. And that's what I try to do. I try to be that person that's there for you emotionally, at least, so I can give back in some way. And my next question is kind of emotional, but it says, do you grieve for the version of yourself before your health declined? Yes. I honestly, though, I was a kid when my health started getting worse, so it's hard to remember what it was like to be healthy. But I remember just doing things before my knees started getting even worse. Like, yeah, they hurt sometimes, but it wasn't so bad. And like, color guard is my biggest thing. I grieve for the girl that could do color guard because I could do a sport, a sport where you're waving around a heavy flag. I could do that. My shoulder wouldn't let me do that now. No way. Like, my back wouldn't let me do that now. And it's like, I wish and I want to work my way back up to that. I really do. It's my goal to buy a color guard flag and to be able to make my own routines again. But it's just, that's something that I can't do right now because I just can't physically handle it. And that's sad. It really is. And I grieve for her. I grieve for who I used to be. Being able to run when I was upset, I'd go on a run and I'd just run it all out, all of those emotions. I'd run them all away. Like, oh, it was so good, but I can't do that anymore. And that sucks too. But also, I found other ways to make myself happy and other things to do, like writing in my journal and creating my podcast and creating all this other stuff. There's so much like that I can still do. So I don't want to make it seem like I can't do anything anymore because that's not true. I can still do so much. Even though I'm disabled, I can still do so much and bring so much to this world. Do you have a support system that truly understands your condition? I think so. I think maybe they don't have it, but they understand it. They understand that I need the days to rest. They understand that I need to do things a certain way, and they understand that, I can't always be so physical and so fun and run around like I like to. They understand that I like to be like that, but that I can't be like that. And they understand when to, when they see me running around a little too much, they'll be like, Nita, remember. And then I'll calm down a little bit. Like, they understand. And that means a lot. They really do. Do you feel like your condition defines you? I don't feel like it defines me, but it is a very big part of who I am. And if you know me, then you should know about my condition, you know? Like, I have this little booklet that I got given about my condition by my doctor when she diagnosed me. And I feel like when I get really close to people, I kind of want to pass it to them and be like, "You want to look over this just so you understand?" Because I want them to understand me. And you cannot understand me if you don't understand at least a little bit of my condition. Because my condition is such a big part of who I am because it affects me so greatly every single day that I'm alive, you know? So it does define me in a way, but it also doesn't because I am more than just this. I am more than just my condition, but my condition is a big part of me, you know? And then my next question is how have your plans for the future changed since your health declined? I have no plan. My plan went out the window when my health got bad. Like, I'm so for real. My plan, I wanted to be a therapist. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. Now, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I can do. Technically, yes, you can still be a therapist and be disabled. Absolutely. But it's just all the school on top of my disability is just going to be it's going to be really hard, and I have a lot of other issues as well. Remember, I didn't go to middle school or elementary school, so going to college to learn all that stuff while not having the building blocks, it's going to be a big deal and it's going to be hard. So just going to college for that many years just scares me, and I just can't handle being sick and having to learn at the same time. It's so hard. It's so hard. Being in school before, it was so hard. I don't know how to do it. And I want to. I want to become something. I want to, I want to succeed. I just don't know how to succeed and also be sick at the same time. And I'm trying to get on disability and also trying to figure out what career I want. And it's like, what is going on right now? I'm confused. But I just don't know. I don't know. I don't have a plan anymore. It took my plan. It took my plan completely. That's the truth, if you want it. But I'll make one. I'll make a new one. I'm going to. But for now, I'm lost. Absolutely. I don't know what I'm doing. Feels kind of nice to admit it, though. Like, now the whole internet's gonna know, but... the next question is, do you feel like your illness has made you stronger in any way? Yes. I feel like I have become a heck of a lot stronger mentally because I can push through 8 hours of nothing but pain and still have a smile on my face. Absolutely, I'm strong. I am freaking strong. So I'm just saying, like, maybe it definitely has its bad sides. But I'm trying to make the best of this situation, and this situation is I'm disabled. So I'm gonna turn it into something good. And I will say, it's made me kinder, more empathetic. It's made me mentally strong. It's made me driven because I'm driven to become something even though I have it. I'm driven to not make this be the end of me, you know? So, yeah, it's made me stronger in some ways. I will say that. What do you want to use your illness to accomplish? I want to use my illness to make others feel seen. I know what it's like to be lost looking for just anyone like you on the internet, you know? And I don't want other people to be looking and not find anything. I want people to be like, oh man, I hate having EDS. I want to find somebody else that has EDS. Let me look. Oh, here's this girl named Nita. Oh, wow. She has EDS and she's making the best of it. Maybe I can do that. That's what I want my illness to accomplish. You know, I want to make other people feel encouraged. If she can do it with her illness and do that, dang, maybe I can too. That's what I want. That's what I want. Okay? I want this episode to make somebody feel like, wow, if she got it under control, at least a little bit. I mean, she's lost and confused, but she's got it under control and enough to say that she's happy in life, then maybe I can be too. Because I will say that I am happy in life. I'm struggling. It's hard, but I am happy. I'm genuinely happy with where I'm at in life. And I just think that's a beautiful thing, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you, God. Like, I'm so happy. And then my last question for the day is, what is one thing you want to say to other people who are chronically ill? You guys need to know that you are not alone because it is the most isolating feeling having this chronic illness. So I just want everybody listening to know that you are not alone. I understand those struggles. I understand even the embarrassing struggles. Like, I understand. And I just want other people that have these, like, issues that feel embarrassing or feel silly or feel stupid or feel just isolating. I want them to know that they are not alone. They are not alone. There's so many more people that are struggling just like you with the same things, the same illnesses, the same issues in your head, the same, all of it. And it's just, I just don't want anyone to feel alone. I want to make people feel seen. And that's my main thing. But that's all I have for this episode. I just wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit and talk about disability a little bit, especially since it's Disability Pride Month, which is so important. So important. And happy Disability Pride Month. And I'm thankful for anyone who listened to this whole thing because it kind of came from the heart. And this is also my third time filming this episode because the other 2 times it got ruined. So thank you for listening. And just, I hope you guys have a great day. And remember, y'all are not alone. Goodbye.